Alright, welcome back. So, it turns out, like, I think I've missed a couple purple orb fragments along the way, and I'm maybe blue orb fragments, but if eventually I'll probably go back and show you those. If whatever, whichever ones I missed when I re-get them, I'll probably make videos about where they are. But for the most part, we got all of them. Alright, let's continue on.
Unless you want to die, I suggest you get the hell out of my way. Trick ya!
So that Cavalier weapon actually does a ton of damage and can do a lot all at once. So I think if you hold that when you're falling, it like continues to go. So if you like double jump in the air and then do that, and you're like higher up, you'll actually do it for a lot longer. And it'll do some good damage.
Time to bleed! Lock up.
Oh man, I love when you get more of Dante's weapons in this game. He's just so freaking overpowered. Oh yeah? How about that? So you're coming to like the main area here where you're gonna wanna be. But when you get a Nid Hog Hatchling, you wanna go down to this one here first. But you pretty much get a Nid Hog Hatchling like really early, so you just go through here. So I've skipped the animation for it, but whatever. Look at that. See, it's like the same as always, really. So you're gonna take this path until you find the blood sack, and that will lead you, once you destroy the blood sack, I think it's like behind it is where you get the purple herb here. So I don't think that counts as a hit unless you don't get out of it. So one thing to note about this game is it seems like every time you like finish a battle, it automatically faces you in the direction that the game probably wants you to go, for the most part. Oh, there's enemies on the other side over here. So yeah, after playing Dante in the previous games, especially in the fifth one, he's just so much easier to use for me all of a sudden. Just because
These grooves.
a lot of his moves are the same in most of the games, except for some of his newer weapons. And the weapons he does have, he gets better versions of it, and it just like is a lot better in general. Here's your purple orb here. So that's right after the first sack if you go across the bottom area. Whoops. So, this is one of my least favorite enemies in the game. If you get certain, like if you get a certain weapon later with Dante, he becomes quite easy if you know what you're doing. But early on, he's actually really annoying. The Fury. I'd say for now, maybe I'm just gonna use like this weapon, the Balrog. It'll probably be a lot easier to deal with him. Now, it looked like the shotgun there helps too. But he has a lot of, like, invincibility frames, I'd say. On the harder difficulties, he does so much more damage, and he's just way faster, and he attacks more persistently. So it's one of the many reasons I don't like him, but I'd say, like, practicing against him, maybe in the practice modes, and trying to figure out exactly when, like, how you should be fighting him helps a lot.
Decisions. I was hoping I could just follow the groove. They're not making it easy for me.
So as you can see, there's another blue orb fragment right behind there. But that one's pretty easy to get to if you destroy this sack that's right over there. I'm gonna try to destroy that as quickly as possible, honestly. So he's not too hard, but there are some incredibly easy ways to defeat that enemy with Dante. Especially when you get the later weapon. Alright. I'm gonna get the red orbs here. Whoop. Nothing like being covered in blood, right?
Keep Mr. Demon King waiting. Gotta pick up the pace.
Whoop. So yeah, there's some red orbs here. Get these. With Dante, these are really easy to break, in my opinion. Like, it's just quicker. Whoop. And there it is. Another blue orb fragment. So that's all the ones from that mission. The last blue orb is just from a secret mission that you do. Which, in my opinion, the secret mission in this one is almost near unmissable. Like, I found when I did this mission my first playthrough, it was probably the easiest one to find out of all of them. But that's my own personal opinion. So as you can see, that actually does a lot of damage. Getting a little explosive there.
Whew. That should be all of them.
Now, funny enough to give you a Nidhogg hatchling, but at this point you kind of don't need it. I think it's just if you felt like going the other way. So yeah, like if I wanted to go up here and go in this area, put the Nidhogg hatchling in, you can do that. But really, it's like going through the same areas, and you don't really get much for doing it. So at this point, you just want to go on, move forward. Whoop.
Man, this brings me back.
So I believe you just want to go over here. Like, I found this my first try because I was literally just kind of looking around, and it was just like right there, and I'm like, oh, well, that was simple. So that's the mission. You need that high rise ability with Cavalier on. You press just jump, and you just keep doing this a lot. Like, so you're just supposed to stay in the air for a really high amount of time. I think there's probably other ways to do it, but as far as I know, that's one of the best ways to do it. I think enemies try to attack you while you're doing it, so it also helps to be able to have like enemy step and stuff, though. But I feel like I usually just go back and do all the secret missions after I've beaten the game, though. So I'm just gonna wait on that.
Holy shit. Can't believe any of this is still standing.
Ha! There you are. Hey, what's wrong with you? Hey! Hey, Dante!
The demonic power was activated in me once, when Virgil lovingly jammed this through my chest. I always wondered, why did my father give me the rebellion?
Okay, what are you muttering?
Over the years, I've been stabbed and jabbed by a number of things. But who would have ever guessed?
Have you lost your mind? There's a demon to destroy! Kill yourself later! I'll help!
If the Yamato can separate man from devil, then what about the rebellion?
Wow. You are absorbing the Sparta!
It can't be. Dante, you son of a bitch. I knew you couldn't be killed that easily. Hey, he's all yours. But don't let it become a habit.
Win, Dante! Win!
Our new weapon. So honestly, once you get this weapon, you're probably not going to use the other ones. Like, the other two swords, I mean. You're probably just going to stick with Devil Sword Dante from now on in this game. I mean, just look how much damage that did, honestly. Crap.
One to talk. You know what you
Well, I'm a little out of practice with fighting this guy. Oh, come on. So honestly, if I had a better scoring when I did this, I probably could have got in and out of this form.
all this time, and you still don't get it.
It is you who does not understand. It has begun.
What's happening? Bad news! Gotta go now! That houseplant is pissed off!
The cloud fog is revealed in its entirety. This inconvenience matters not.
So yeah, honestly, it's funny how much trouble with Nero and that you have fighting that guy. And then as soon as Dante gets his Sin DT and Devil Sword Dante and you go and fight him, you just completely wreck him, which tells you just how powerful that sword really is. And basically, Devil Sword Sparta is just the Rebellion and the Sparta sword combined into one. Because in a sense, when he stabbed himself with that sword, he fused the swords together and instilled his own power into it. Thus, it's almost like his own soul blade, you know? Like, kind of like a Zontok toe, you know, in a sense. It pretty much inherits Dante's power into the Sparta sword, which is why it's called Devil Sword Dante instead of Devil Sword Sparta. So instead, now it has his power unlocked in it.
Well, looks like no one's worse for wear. I'm just gonna double check.
Hey, where'd that garbage god go? What is Urizen after?
He's at the top of the Glyphod.
It's the other way around, Dante. This is the lowest level of the Glyphod's upper echelon. Human blood is the source of demons' power. The fruit born through the Glyphod is even more dense than the blood that created it. Its power is unparalleled. Even the almighty Mundus used it to become king of the underworld. Avid told me everything.
Yeah, well, that's a lovely story and all, but as long as we know where to find him.
Whoa, you are the infamous Dante. I'm Nicoletta Goldstein. Sound familiar? My grandmother is Nell Goldstein, the gunsmith that made all your fancy weapons that you got strapped back there. Yeah, there she is.
You don't much look like her.
Yeah, I got my looks from my daddy. That's about all I got from him. But based on his research, I managed to cobble this. Consider it a gift in honor of us finally meeting. Meeting. Whoa! Yeah!
I'll take that. Dante,
I love his reaction to getting it.
why don't you sit this one out?
Oh, let you call me dead weight again? No thanks. I've got all the power I need. Right here.
You don't understand. It's not what I mean.
Let him go, Dante. Time is a luxury that we can no longer afford. We must chase after him post-haste.
What? Does that mean you're going too?
I have a duty to see this through.
Well, that's all you had to say, Mr. Poetry. I'm gonna go my way, and you guys can go yours. Let's just say that's the best for the cause.
So they give you a choice to be any of the three characters, and I'm just gonna be Dante. I mean, he's the legendary devil hunter. No, okay. Plus, I just got that sword, and I want to upgrade it. You get his drive. I technically could get swords formation, at least the level 1 version of it. Oh yeah, and you get his Sin Devil trigger, and this is the ability I was talking about. You get quadruple S, and you can pretty much go in and out of Sin DT as long as your rank, stylish rank, is triple S. So you can pretty much go in and out of it, and as long as you're in Sin DT, you have super armor. So it kind of helps keep your rank up too while you're fighting things. And if you're really good at fighting bosses with Dante or doing certain things after you get all of his weapons and all of his combos and everything, you can start doing some insane combos. Get his triple S up real quick, and then you can just like instantly start doing that. There's certain combos that bring up his style rank faster than others, so it's good to know those ones. But for now, know if I'm going to really get too many of the abilities for it just yet, because they're kind of expensive. So I'm going to go for other abilities of his. I think I'm gonna get his air hike. I could go for swords formations too. I'm gonna get rolling blaze here. Because after that, I think all the other abilities kind of mostly have to do with ignition. And then for this, it'll be sword formation and overdrive. But yeah, it costs a bit. So Dante's abilities, out of all of them, all the characters, cost the most. Definitely worth getting though. Alright, I'm gonna end the video here. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.